Hey, what's up guys, it's Ari here for SpeedCubeShop.com. You may be getting sick and tired of your standard old 3x3s and 7x7s and square ones and pyraminxes, as you may have practiced them enough already and you want something new and exciting to solve. Well, this is our video on our favourite non-WCA or World Cube Association puzzles. These are puzzles that are not official events in WCA or sanctioned competitions, but still provide a fun and interesting challenge and also make for great gifts for cubers that you just don't know what to give them. Firstly, I'm going to hand it over to Crimson.
Hey, it's me, Crimson. So my favorite non-WCA puzzle has probably got to be the Polaris Cube. Looking at it in its solved state is pretty confusing because it's not really clear how you'd even turn it. But the answer to that is even more confusing. In order to turn it, you have to twist all these corners sort of halfway like this, and then it just sort of... Oh no. And then you can just scramble it by turning it and twisting the corners until it sufficiently looks like an error with the Earth's graphics engine. And then the way I solve it is I first actually solve it like a scube. Like these star shapes are scube centers and these are scube corners that can just twist in place. And after that step, it'll look like this. And then all that's left are these tiny edges, which I just solve one by one, and then you just twist the corners back and it's done. I'm not sure if that's the best method to solve it, but it's just what I came up with when I was figuring it out. So this puzzle doesn't really offer the most complex solving experience, but I just love the way it looks like a total mess. And it has terrible chaotic energy, which I personally really relate to. So even though it's a disaster of a solving experience, it really is a star in my collection.
Thanks, Crimson. Finally, I'm going to hand it over to M.
Hey guys, it's M Cuberzz, and today I'll be going over my top 3 non-WCA puzzles. So this is my first pick. This is a Killerminx, the Meilong Killerminx to be precise. So this is a Megaminx, so this is a WCA puzzle. As you can see, the Megaminx has 1, 2, 3 pieces like this, whereas a Killerminx only has 2 pieces. So Killerminx is basically an easier version of the Megaminx. So I'm not great at Megaminx or anything, but I do enjoy Megaminx quite a bit, which is why I was very interested to pick this one up. Because the Killerminx has so much fewer pieces, it's much easier to solve and takes much less time. One thing I like about non-WCA puzzles is that how they encourage you to solve Rubik's Cubes in a different way. For example, on a regular Megaminx, since a regular Megaminx like this has centers, you have to solve the star around the center. Whereas for this one, there is no center, so you can just solve a layer wherever you want, and there's a lot more creative freedom with a lot of the non-WCA puzzles you'll see in a bit. So for those of you who don't know how to solve Killerminx, it's pretty easy. Once you solve the first layer like this, you move on to the secondary layer. So after you solve this, then I'll solve the green side, then the red side, then the blue side, then the yellow side, then the purple side, like this. And as you can see now, all of these part is solved, and I just have the last layer left. So then it's just pretty standard. You have OLL like this, and then you have PLL, and for this case, I'm just going to do a JPerm, and it should finish off the cube. So I think this puzzle is pretty fun, because it's quite similar to the Megaminx, but it's a lot more simple and easier to solve. Next, we have a dinosaur cube. So this is a Fansin dinosaur cube, and this is basically just a shape mod. If you look closely, you can see there's a line here, and then a line going down here, and then there's another line going down here. So this is actually just a 2x2x3 shape mod. First of all, shape mods, they look really nice. You can like give them to people, or you can just like put them on your desk, and they are really nice and lovely. This dinosaur is pretty adorable. So how you would solve this is first you just solve the middle layer like this. So I've solved the middle layer, and then what I'll do next is I'll solve the head like that, and now I've solved the head. I'll then finish up the legs. So now I finished the legs and the head, and I only have this bit, which is the end left. So for the last part, all I have to do is to do this algorithm, and I'll be able to solve the cube. Alright, so we're done now, and as you can see, this looks very cute. Like, you can just put it on your desk, and it looks really lovely. And it's also pretty fun to solve every once in a while. Alright, and lastly, we have a gear cube. So this looks kind of like a 3x3, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But once you start turning, you'll notice that, okay, this is definitely not a 3x3. As all these gears in the middle, they turn along with the outer layer. So how I solve this is, first of all, I'm going to start off by solving all the corners like that. Okay, so I've solved all of the corners, yellow, 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 red, 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 red. And then next I'll solve all of the centers like so. And now I have all of the corners and all of the centers in the right place. And then I'll move on to solving the edges using an algorithm. And now as you can see, all of the edges are solved. Like, technically this edge isn't solved, but if you can see yellow, green, so this edge is in the right place. All I have to do is to turn this side, and it will twist it in place. Like, you see this edge, all I have to do is turn this side, and it will twist it in place. So in my opinion, learning new puzzles is always fun, but considering there are only a few WCA puzzles, after a while, it's gonna get kind of boring, and non-WCA puzzles can help make it more fun to be a cuber. Okay, so those are my top 3 non-WCA puzzles. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's get on with the video.
Thanks, M. Finally, my favourite non-WCA puzzle and novelty item is the Chiyi 1x3x3 fidget spinner. Yeah, you know, it's a bit maybe out of date, but it makes for such a fun gift, and it fully functions as a full 1x3x3 super floppy. That means it shapeshifts and does all the standard things that a 1x3x3 can do. It's a really fun solving experience. It's really simple to solve, and it can also spin really smoothly. You can pick up all of the puzzles that we've mentioned in the video description, and let us know in the comment section what your favorite non-WCA puzzle was. Thanks for watching. Check out this video here on what you should do in your next WCA competition. Come on, click the video. Why are you still here?